Yeehaw, ladies! How are we doing on this first Tuesday of the month? Miss Laura?
I am waking up still.
Oh, what's the time?
Really? It's
10.
10. What the
I
heck?
know.
Oh,
I was up sick last night, so
oh, I'm so sorry.
No. Sick,
yeah.
like food poisoning sick or like cold or a cold or
Just stressing myself out, making my stomach throw up sick. So,
no, Laura.
the normal
The
for me.
normal.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I pray for speedy recovery, Miss Laura.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I hate that. I hate
Becca, you've been up since the crack of dawn, I take it then?
that. I know. Well, I blame Snake. He's like this morning it was 3:30 a.m. where he was like, I need food and I need it now. And I like try to ignore him, like, and I can normally and like, wait till a later hour, but I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, damn it. Because it's just like, because you get up to go to the bathroom and he's all like, oh, it's happening. And then you just can't let him down because you're up. And it's just like,
Yeah.
Fine. So anyway, I did manage to get back to sleep, but I not for long. I woke up at around 5:30 or 6. So I've been up for a while.
God, you've had a day already.
I know, which is good. I did get a lot done. I've kind of started a new routine, and it's been one day. Today's the second day.
Still.
But so far, on day 2, I hope I can stick to it because I felt really good at the end of yesterday. Like, you know how when you get that, like, you just feel like you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, and just that sort of sense of contentment, which I haven't felt in a while. I've been kind of all over the place lately. So I'm hoping I can stick to it. So I'm gonna try my darndest, but also not punish myself if like a day goes where, I can't do everything. And it's a balance. That's my word this year, balance, and I'm having trouble.
I love this journey for you though. Sounds great. What's the routine? Can I pry? Well, I can't pry, but do you want to answer?
No, it's okay. So I've been doing my TikToks, and I started a new strategy with that a few weeks ago that seems to be working really well. But that requires that I post on 4 to 5 different accounts once a day. So it's really like 5 posts a day, even though it's once a day on the actual thing. So I've been doing that. That's the one thing I've been consistent with. But everything else I kind of just goes along the wayside. So TikTok first, get it over with. And then I've been doing the rewrites, but I've been I decided to section it into pieces because it's just so overwhelming when it's one big project. So I've just been
post the same TikTok on 5 accounts, or do you have to do
5 different 5 different TikToks on 5 different accounts. Yeah, so it's a lot. Like, I remember I remember when I was all like posting once a day.
Single mom who works 2 jobs, truly.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I decided to see it as a job because it's giving me money. So it is a job, right?
We love that.
Yeah. So it's and then the other thing that I'm doing, which is in the afternoon, which is about 3 to 4 hours, is I'm getting back into doing audiobooks. So I'm doing my books first to get sort of my chops back and get back into the narration. And then I think I'm gonna offer my services.
Oh, as a narrator.
Yeah, because it's like you make really good money, and I don't know. It's like, obviously writing's the passion, but it's making me some money, but not enough to live in Los Angeles, right?
Right.
So with audiobook narration, on how much, you can charge even as a beginner, as opposed to like pro, I could potentially like live comfortably on that as my full-time job. So I'm trying to ease into doing like 3 hours a day this week and see like what's timing everything, how long it takes, everything. This big experiment is like, I'm just using my books as an experiment. So anyway, so that's, so writing, TikToks, and audiobooks, those 3 things are what is my new routine. And
Well,
I'm actually kind of enjoying it. Like I actually am having really fun narrating.
do you have a very comfortable voice to listen to?
Well, I think it's, when I'm hyper and excited, it's a little shrill and annoying, but like I can make it. Like I took voice acting classes before, so I
Is
can
it
like
the customer service voice? Because we all
yeah,
have that.
exactly. I can make it like lower register and like things like that. So it's like obviously on my channel when I'm excited, it can be a little shrill, like "Woo, woo, woo, I'm so excited," whatever. And so I keep away from that on the audiobooks.
What
Um,
book are you gonna audiobook next?
I'm
Or are you working
doing
on?
I'm doing Riser because that's what I've been focusing on for the TikToks. Like my new strategy that I started a few weeks ago was just focus on one book. So, Riser every day. Like I said, 5 accounts a day, Riser every day, different scene, different this, whatever. And it's really been helping. And people have been like Riser, of course, because that's the one I'm advertising is doing really well. But it's also going into the next book and the next book. And so it's growing. So yeah. Anyway, so I figured that having the audiobook out would be helpful.
Love this journey for you. As Malin says, at least narrating is a different type of task. It's not
Yeah.
directly creating something like writing or TikToks. So hopefully it's a nice break between your various jobs.
It is, and it's like I don't know how I'll feel with other people's books, but Emily Bourne, she wants me to narrate her Millie Rose books. So yeah,
Ooh,
so I'm excited that. So I have my first client already. So
I love this journey. I'm very
I
excited
know,
for this. Very excited
yeah,
for this.
but I need to practice first. So
I mean, we all got to start somewhere, but
yeah.
I do think you have a very comfortable voice to listen to if I was
Oh,
listening to a book.
thank you.
And my name is Stig, and I'll be doing various small tasks today. I got to set up tomorrow's trouble stream. I'm finishing my mittens today, and that's on the docket. I'm finishing a beta read, so I'm writing like an editor letter that I also got to finish. And then I'm also got some words to write because I'm trying to get back into writing. I wrote 400 something words in February. She was a dud. But I'm trying to get back into it today. So I have like 100 words each day this week, and then next week is 200 words, and the third week is 300 words, and then the fourth week is 400 words, and then hopefully that will get me back into the groove of things, and hopefully that'll get my book done.
Yes.
I have like a lofty goal of finishing it this month. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to try my darndest.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Marlon asks, "Are we getting mouthpiece tomorrow?" You sure am. It's going to be me and Ms. Wallace, so there's going to be some truths and dares.
Oh,
Mostly
nice.
truths, because me and Wallace are chickens.
I like
But yeah, you can do it, Stig. Can I, Marlon? Can I?
Yes, you
Who
can.
knows?
Yes.
Who knows? I'm inching ever closer. Speaking of ever closer, let's say hello to some people, including Malin. Hello, hello, hello. Just here for the vibes. Not going to do any work today, except maybe prep files for a video. But that's it. That sounds like work to me. So
Yeah,
you're doing good.
that's what.
Susan is here. Hello, hello. Good morning. God, just posting the one account is too much for me, says Malin.
I know,
Which is
and
fair.
that's funny because it's like I had to work up to that. Like I was posting once, 4 day, whatever, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm posting once a day, and I felt so good about that. And then it's like when I watch these videos, like, no, you need to post and they're right, and it's working, but it's like,
I hate it when hard work pays off. Why does the world work like that?
What?
It's so unfair.
It's not fair. Oh yeah.
Well, you're doing it, and you're doing it flawlessly. Keep raising the bar for everyone. Wendy says, hello, buongiorno, Wendy. ¿Cómo está? That was Spanish. I don't know why. Oh, I've always thought it could be fun to narrate audiobooks. Give it a whirl. Why not? What's stopping you, Wendy? Except for your brain. But I believe in you. Hello, I'm suffering from vertigo, says Jessica Berry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So I've been crocheting all day today, but I should probably get some words. How's Rachel Berry? Call it.
Oh, yeah.
Cool Gamer 2 is here. Hello, hello, hello. Anna reporting for duty. Hello, hello, hello. Bestie. So yeah, that's the vibes today. Are we feeling a standard sprint, 25 minutes? Do we want a bit longer, 35? Do we want 45?
Oh.
Sky's the limit. This
we
is on.
start with a 25.
We can absolutely
Laura's
start with
like, I just
25
woke up. Can we just start with a 25?
I woke up with a strange tattoo. Let's see.
I woke up with a strange dog.
It's not strange. That's my son you're talking about. Let's see. Share screen. What are we working on today, Miss Laura and Miss Becca?
I still need to finish journaling my Boston trip, so I have a bunch of pictures printed out and stickers that I got from locations and different paraphernalias. So I need to make my collages.
I love that.
Yeah.
I am working on. I'm still working on the second half of the screenplay. So the book is on hold until I can finish the second half. But I think I might finish today. I don't know. We'll
That's
see.
the beauty of it. We don't know until we're there. Well, I wish you the very best of luck, though.
Thank y'all.
Ooh, love this channel name. Hello, hello, hi, welcome.
That's funny.
Baby Berry is good. She's been watching cartoons for a bit, but now it's a lunch. What's her poison? What does she like to watch? Is she a cocomelon girly? Call in. I'm going to try and get some written for Krampus. Stig and his many sons. Hey, I am a, I don't know, a deity. No, not a deity. That sounds pretentious, but I just feel connected to every dog on the planet, and I can't help it.
I love that.
Wendy says I won't get to stay for a whole stream, but I will try to get some work done while I can. I wish you the best.
Yes.
I'm Harshita Singh. Well, welcome, Harshita
Ooh.
Singh.
I love that name.
She's a Mickey Mouse girly, but today she's watched Muppet Babies. Oh, Muppet Babies. Ugh. I don't know. That doesn't sit right with
That's
me.
an old show.
I used to be a, what's that called? DuckTales is called.
Yes.
I was so into DuckTales.
Did you see? Like, I loved DuckTales growing up. It was like my favorite. But then the reboot was even better, and I couldn't even think that was possible.
I haven't seen the reboot.
Oh my god, even better. They make, because it's
Oh
of course you don't think about these things back when you're a kid, right? You just love all the characters, but you don't realize back then, like all the female characters are like, help me, and all the boys do all the adventuring and whatever. And think about it, you love it, right? I loved it. But in the spin-off, all the girls are badasses. Like, look, I have Webby.
Love that narrative.
Webby. Right there. I have little
There
stuff.
she is. Hello, hello.
And she is the best. I am obsessed with Webby. Like, I even have t-shirts. I'm in my own. Yeah, look, I even made my own case.
Love it. I might have to watch it. Watch it.
You should. And yeah,
David Tennant is in it.
Yeah, he's Scrooge, and you got Catherine Tate as the bad guy.
Okay, I'm sold.
It's adorable. Yeah, you should really watch it. Like I said, loved the original, but it's kind of like Lord of the Rings when you go, oh wow, it's all men.
It truly is all men. I'm reading The Hobbit currently.
I still love it.
Yeah, reading The Hobbit currently. It's all men. There's not a single lady is being spoken of.
The love is
There's
still
one
there.
lady in the beginning that's mentioned by name, and she's a horrible person. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, at least DuckTales isn't that bad, but it's just but the spin-off, it's just like I'm kidding. Every single female character is a total badass, and I'm just like, I love this.
Okay, maybe I need to watch this.
Yeah,
it's an Indian name, and Harshita means happiness, whereas Singh is surname.
I love that.
I worked with a Dr. Singh, and it's pretty cool. It's fine. I try not to pay too much attention to it. But then again, I watched really scary puppets on TV when I was a child, and I'm relatively okay. I don't know, Malin. You call in, are you? But yeah, we're gonna dive into the first sprint of the day. It's gonna be 25 minutes on the clock starting now, and I'll see you on the other side. that was the first sprint of the day. How did you do, Miss Nettles?
I ate breakfast. Oh my gosh.
She's been through it.
I ate breakfast and fed Roy and applied for a job. And yeah.
All important tasks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what job did you apply for?
Cash register at Home Depot.
No! I mean, it's money.
Yeah. It would be more than I made at Barnes & Noble.
Really? Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, I've read that. Also, cash registers at grocery stores make really good money.
Mm.
I've heard too. So yeah. Well, I wrote a scene, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep it in there because I don't know. Because he's an FBI guy, and he really wouldn't be able to talk to kids without the parents being there. But it's 1984.
So who cares?
And really, no one gave a shit back then. Like, so I don't know. It's like a part of me is like, it's hard. A part of me, so much so with this particular story, have been trying to uh, almost write it in a way that lives up to today's attitudes and standards, but that's just not how it was. And I just
Roy
don't know.
wants on the bed now.
Oh.
Back.
I just don't know how believable it is now, even though it was like that. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Sometimes you got to take some creative liberties, though, or sometimes you just got to ignore the creative liberties. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want people to go, that would never happen. I'm like, well, but it did.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the biggest thing is that back then, at least in general, not always, of course, but in general, parents didn't believe their kids. They believed the adult. Yeah. So anyway, but I wrote the scene. I'm going to keep it in for now. And then when I go back and read through everything, I'll figure it out and see if I need to tweak it a little.
Sounds like a good and well thought of plan.
Yes.
I finished my beta reading and I've taken a bunch of notes during my reading, so I'm trying to kind of compose the edit letter.
Okay.
So that's what I did. Started on the first section, and I had this like little idea to just start it off as like a Civil War love letter, like to my darling, blah blah blah. It has been too long.
I love that.
So this is for Grape, so I can take some liberties.
Yes.
So it does start with to my darling Devesha. It is with the deepest affection and longing that I write to you.
Oh my god, I love that so much.
That kind of style. So just warming her up before I drop the truth of the book on her.
Was it a compliment sandwich?
I do believe in compliment sandwich. Grape fry is very grape fry. That's not a very formal grape. It's very like prescriptive in her advice, but I try to be more like this concept isn't working, and like this is the reasons why it's not working. But I'll leave it up to you to figure out why, like what a solution is.
Right.
But grape is more like, oh, you should do this and this and this, or this and this and this, and that'll be this and this and this. So we're very different people in terms of the feedback.
I usually give a lot of line level edit examples of like, this is another way that you could do it if you want to like utilize more of the senses and stuff like that.
Yeah, but this is a first draft, so it's more like
right.
More like story stuff and not so much like line edit.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. We were joined by some more people. Phoebe, hello. 2 weeks in a row. # feeling blessed. So happy to have you on board again.
Yes.
We're joined by Miranda's Cauldron / Rita H. Rita Hayworth, is that you? Hello, I needed a sprint, so I decided to finally join in. You're more than welcome. I love this little cauldron emoji of yours.
Yeah, that's cute.
Malin just made dinner, gonna lurk while watching a show, which is your prerogative, I guess. Wendy says, cops love breaking the rules in any year. That is...
Okay, that's true.
When you get here, hello, 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 and welcome. After all, they're just trying to find the truth.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like
Find a way to bury it.
it works on a story level of the characters connecting because I really wanted the little girl and the FBI guy to connect. I just feel like the information she's giving them, it'd be like, whoa, I think we need to be like, I think our parents need to be. But again, I just wasn't like that back then. I think it was
Truly,
cool.
it was not.
It was like the Wild West.
JC said, well, also we were joined by JC. Hello, hello, hello. So happy to have you. Cool gamer too. JC says, well, Becca, are you letting the reader know that it happened in the 80s? Because then they'll
Yes.
know that it's set in the past.
I know, but I just feel like people don't believe it. Like younger people, not people my age would get it. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that happened. Yeah, I totally believe that. But like younger people will be like, it really? Like, would that happen? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, they'd be like, why didn't the parents believe her? And I'm all like, parents didn't believe their kids.
I don't know what to tell you.
That just wasn't normal. Like, that wasn't normal for me. That wasn't normal for any of my friends. You just are not believed as a child.
We're joined by Morgana. Hello, hello. She says, hey, everyone. I joined her in the sprint and so excited to get some work done. This sprint, I was writing down the character description I had made in the earlier chapter to make sure it's the same.
Oh, good.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was that. So yeah, next sprint, I want to finish this edit letter. And then I want to finish my mittens. And then I want to write some words, which is very exciting.
Right.
Has Roy not been fed? Why is he complaining? Is it just not getting the attention, Laura?
No, he's getting attention now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put cheese on his kibble, and he ate the cheese and left the kibble. So if he's hungry, it's his fault.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of us live in trauma.
That's so true.
That's true.
It really is.
And Miranda says, one of my series is set in the 1980s too, with a group of teens.
Ooh, I love that.
It sounds like something you would get involved with, Becca.
Oh, yeah, I would love it.
When,
You need an audiobook narrator, Miranda? Call in.
Yeah.
when was the Satanic Panic?
70s, I want to say.
You mean like with Dungeons and Dragons and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff? Yeah, that was mid 80s, yeah. Oh, I remember that too because I played Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, and but my mom is funny because she grew up with like in a Baptist church, so her inclination was to make me stop, but my dad luckily was just like he's like it's very strange. My mom was like super Christian, and my dad was an atheist, so it was just like growing up with like conflicting like whatever. So I still was able to play, but yeah, it was a big deal. Like, and they said like the records when playing them backwards were like worshiping Satan and everything. Like that. It was a thing.
I was just a baby, so none of this rings true for me. But
I was in my 12, 13-year-old prime.
I was born in 88, so I was 2 years old by the end of the 80s.
Yeah.
So too young, but I do remember the 90s vividly.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Phoebe says, next sprint, I'm going to get myself some pancakes for dinner. Ugh, yum.
I love having pancakes for dinner.
Mid 80s, yeah, remember that? And all the rock music had satanic
Yes,
masking, lol.
it did.
I mean, if it weren't for them dancing kids, am I right?
Yeah. Well, I remember who was really big on that. It was
Pink Floyd?
the guy that would eat the bats. Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, he would do a lot of that in his albums and stuff like that. And I think AC/DC did a little bit of it too, but you know, that was just the thing. It was cool back then.
It was the times. It was the times.
Put some
Is Pancake Day a thing where y'all are? Is it today, Pancake Day? I did not know this.
Yeah,
I do love pancakes.
Yeah, is there a Pancake Day? Let me Google it. If there is.
Yes, IHOP celebrates it. You get a free stack, a half stack.
What?
There's no IHOPs here, sadly.
Pancake Day 20. Oh, it's today.
Yeah.
That's why she's saying it. Thank you, Phoebe.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was...
I'm all like, when is it? It's like March.
I thought that was obvious. But yeah.
Oh. Well, then I shall be having pancakes today.
Back in 25 minutes. How did you do for that sprint? Did any of you have pancakes?
Alas, no. Maybe for lunch.
I support this.
What did
Miss
I do?
Becca and Miss Laura, how did you do?
I made a list of my 3 work in progresses, what stage they're at, what pros would it be, what cons would it be, basically to try and pursue these ones to completion for now. Like, which one would get me more money, possibly? Like, which one's a guarantee of money? Which one is like query and get rejected kind of thing? It's like, So, yeah.
Okay.
That's good though to write it down, you know.
Yeah, I opened Excel.
Oh,
Ooh, so she means business.
yeah.
I know, I never use Excel.
I
I know.
use Excel for literally everything in my life.
I've been using it for budgeting lately, but I hadn't used it before. But I've got crazy, like each month has like 3 separate rows. I have one for just the tally, like what I'm spending, but then I have one that's how much I spend in the month, so it's adding everything, and then the second row is, what's actually in my bank, how much I have left.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like minusing everything, but yeah, because I just really need to figure out what I'm spending. Because
You need to figure out how to pay for your summer holiday.
yes, well, I've already saved. I have enough of that. But yeah, July is going to be insane because I have that and Comic-Con at the end of the month. So there's
Ooh,
so much money spent in July.
so many red numbers.
That's why I'm doing the audiobook as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Starting up business. But no, I have enough with the money that I have because I've been saving. But yes, it would be nice to have extra money to be like, woo.
Woo!
Yeah. Like right now, of my 3, I'm actually kind of leaning towards my serial fiction.
Okay.
That would be on Ream. And then
Okay.
when it's all done together and I've made money off Ream, get an editor and do a Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I have never done a Kickstarter for a book before, but I mean, it seems like it's been successful for a lot of people. So,
If Brandon Sanderson can do it, so can you, Laura.
oh my God, man, if you could make the millions,
literally,
$40 million, no big deal.
just break the world, break the publishing world.
God, can you imagine? Like he made that in like a minute.
Yeah. And he already has so much money.
I
So,
know.
like,
Oh,
He has
and
a full
I
team.
contributed. I was immediately ordered and was part of it. So I have only myself to
Emily
blame.
McCosh is great for Kickstarter insights, Laura. I love
Okay.
it for you. And I wrote about 1,500 words in the edit letter. So that's what I did.
Okay, that's great. Yay.
Just bullet list of like this and this and this and this and this. So
Okay.
I thought I'd be done, but I am not done. So I need one more sprint
Okay.
to get it done with, I think.
I
So
found
that's
Emily McCosh. Thank you.
Is it a craft book on Kickstarter or is it just?
They are a YouTube channel. Writer, graphic designer, daydreamer, lover of epic fantasy and cheesy sci-fi movies. Has opinions on books and writing.
Oh, I love that.
Do you have opinions on books and writing, Laura?
I suppose.
I suppose. Let's see what our friends did. Phoebe is very glad to share the good news that it's Pancake Day. And there was
Yes.
some
Took
commotion
me a
for
little while
pancakes.
to get it, but I got there.
Woody had to go, and good luck with our writings, etc. Thank you so much. Eva joined us. Hello, 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 Eva. Anna says, I'm now sub 10 emails in my work inbox, most of which are on hold. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Good job, Anna. Jessica is 64 words and made themselves food, not pancakes though, made a baked potato, but probably baked potato day too, so we're good.
Yeah.
Eva says, I woke up from a nap, got a glass of soda pop as a special treat, sat down for some also a special treat. Thank you, I just water. Phoebe says, I know it doesn't sound possible, but I may actually have revisit.
It totally sounds possible. I've done that before. I'm like, I ate too many pancakes.
We have blueberry maple syrup in the fridge right now. It might be calling my name. And homemade whipped cream.
Oh, that got me.
With homemade vanilla that my mother made.
Oh my god.
3 years ago, it's been curing.
Whoa, that's insane. And
she's like, I thought I had made a lifetime supply, but apparently in the past year we've gone through a half gallon of vanilla extract at my house. I know.
How?
We use it in all of our baking, man. Oh man.
Vanilla is delicious though, so
It is.
Yeah.
good on ya.
I guess I just don't bake that much.
Creme
Me neither.
brulee, brownies, cakes.
I just need to go to
Is
your
your mom
house.
adopting?
I know. So I'll be
Eva
at your
says,
house.
I over pancake anytime I pancake.
I know.
This stream is open sponsorship from Excel and Word Office Suite in general. I wish. Microsoft Excel, Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Does he still own Microsoft? I don't know. You want to sponsor
I know.
me? Hit me
I
up.
know.
I can be one of your little anthropological projects. I'd be fine with that. Morgana says, I'm trying to work out how to describe different tone shades of skin for my black characters. They're all described too similarly at the moment because I was worried about doing it wrong. There's this Tumblr post called something like, it's called something about describing characters. What's it called? It has a name.
I'm finding
I
it.
will know it when I hear it. But I've used that to great success. It has a really good input on what to use and what not to use.
Words for skin tone. How to describe skin color by writingwithcolor.tumblr.com.
Yes, writing with color has a lot of great tips, Morgana. If you're looking for it, I do recommend checking out their extensive archive. Absolutely. Emily McGosh, yeah. And Eva also bought the Brando Kickstarter, the fullest, biggest one.
Yeah.
Add bags to the highest tier of Kickstarter when you jump into that pool.
Ah.
Becca will want a Becca bag, I think. There's this Tumblr post out there somewhere. It's great. Highly recommend. Do not know its name.
I found it.
I would have done the research too if Laura wasn't already on it. But Lovelace are here. Yeah, here's the link for it. Writing with color. Yeah, I used that and it's great. I really enjoy it. It is very hands-on. I have a Brandon Sanderson book on my cowboy research list for books I'm reading when I'm done with the first draft. So that'll be very interesting.
Oh, that's right. You were saying you were gonna read the spin-off.
Alloy of Law?
Yeah.
Is that what it's
Which
called?
I actually like it better than the Mistborn trilogy. I know that's controversial, but I do.
Ooh.
I feel like, I think we've talked about this, but I do feel like this is the series he set out to make when he started Mistborn, because Mistborn is very heisty, that first book. And then it turned into something different, which I love and I thought was really good. But it just was a lot darker and a lot more in depth to that world. And then I think he was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I originally wanted to do. And then that's what it felt like to me, because it's just so full of heisty, but now it has the burning metals and you've got like all this cool stuff and it's like steampunk and cowboys. And yeah, I love it. I actually enjoyed it a lot more.
And they're so much shorter than the Mistborn series. So
yes. I mean, not horribly shorter, but I mean, I guess when you're thinking of, I'm thinking of like Stormlight where they're like that big.
I'm thinking because the Mistborns are like, they're books, but I feel like the
like looking
the
at
Wax
them
and
right
Wayne
now.
series, especially like the trilogy following, that's kind of
they're
there's
way
skinny
shorter.
books in there.
You're right. I mean, looking at them, although it looks like the fourth book, which I have not read yet. I have, but I have not read, is like he gets thicker and thicker as he goes.
As they do.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, Alloy of Law. It's like this big. And then the fourth book is like, again, you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. So I'm reading that, and I'm reading Lucky Red, which is another cowboy book that came out a couple years ago, which I love the cover of. And if you have any other cowboy book recommendations, hit me up. I'll read anything. Thinking about reading True Grit 2. I love the movie, but I don't know if the book compares to that.
Have you ever played?
Um,
I think I asked you this before, but have you ever played Deadlands? It's like D&D, but it's a different. Yeah, it's like a supernatural cowboy um, role playing game. It's crazy. There's like everything, witches, zombies. Like it's
Deadlands?
Deadlands, yeah, and it's so much fun. You get to be,
Video
you can
game.
be like a gambler. You can be whatever, and your cards are like, yeah. Anyway, I know that is a big ask, but like it'd be fun to play.
Oh, you want to play with me?
Well, I don't know. Like I'm just saying, like it would be like something. Look into it and see if it would be something you'd be into. But like I don't know.
I'm
It's like a
very
really
into
fun
this.
game.
I'm into anything video game, Becca.
Yeah.
So let's
Well,
put it
it's
on the
not the.
docket.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's role playing, so it's actually requires like meeting up and like that kind of thing. But
Oh, it doesn't look like a video game though. Or is that
do
just
they,
graphics people have made?
it might just be graphics unless they've turned it into a video game. Deadlands.
I know
No,
there's Red Dead
it's just a
Redemption.
role playing game. Yeah. But yeah, no, they've got really good graphics and it's just anyway, it's really fun. And like what's cool is like if you play like a huckster, which is like a gambler, but you actually have a set of cards that you have with you when you're playing. And it's like each card can mean different things when you roll. So you're rolling and using cards. It's so much fun. I played Deadlands for years when I didn't have anybody to play Dungeons and Dragons with, and then my friend got me into Deadlands. What's his name was really into it. He promoted it a lot. The guy, oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? You know, like Army of Darkness. Oh, okay. Well,
Ash.
yeah, the character,
Evil
like the actor was really into it. But anyway,
something Campbell.
yeah, Bruce
Bruce
Campbell.
Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, that's it. But anyway, yeah, it's a really fun role playing game.
But then someone would have to dungeon master.
I know, which will probably have to be me because I'm the last played for so long. I've never actually taken the reins of being a DM before, so yeah, I'd probably be terrible at it. So I don't know.
You'd be great at it. Don't sell yourself short.
I don't know. I feel like
Have
I'm
you
too
played
fat.
Red Dead Redemption?
I have not. It does not seem like my type of game. It seems
It's the only
like
cowboyish one that I
It's
know of.
cowboy,
seems like
yeah.
GTA but with horses. I don't know why.
It is like that.
And I hear it's a great story, it's kind of like almost a spiritual event. But I just yeah, it does not seem like my vibe. I don't like shooting games in general. So, but we'll see. Are we ready for sprint number 3?
Oh, yes.
I suppose.
I want to find a D&D situationship near me for real life. I haven't played, but my husband and I are struggling to survive when our peer group picked up these habits. Would fit right in, I think.
I know it's always so hard to find a group that will meet.
I would
regularly.
I'd even love online D&D, but like physical D&D is something else. But D&D is fun, yeah.
Yeah.
It is fun. When is Wallace D&D group coming back?
Last I heard it was going to be next Sunday, but then Mars brought up that that's daylight savings, and so I don't know what the consensus was. Is if
Aren't you all Americans?
what? For them, yeah, it's like daylight savings, so it's like you lose an hour. So it's like it would be getting up an hour earlier, basically. So, and for me and Wallace, who are on the like early, like for me, it would basically be playing at 6 a.m.
That's a bit early to play D&D, but it's never too early.
I'm fine with it, because I got Snake to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, so for Wallace, I think it would be 7 a.m. So I don't know. We're still on hold on figuring out. But I know that Devasha and Katie Ann won't be able to do that session because
right, because they're gone. Yeah,
they're here. Not contacted me, by the way.
Which is so rude.
So rude. But yeah, and so I think Wallace was going to reach out to the other people in the in the D&D group to see if they wanted to come in and play their character. So if you are available.
I am, but I've not been contacted, so I don't know.
She mentioned you though. Like she said she was going to reach out to, I think, Mullen, you, and then I think she said somebody else. Maybe it was
She
Diane.
didn't reach out to me. That's all I know. It's my truth.
Well, she said it.
Let's take it here live on Maine.
She said the word. She said speak.
Let's see. Laura could be a DM with a week's.
I know you could. You'd be good too.
I've DM'd once for a one shot with my family.
Fun.
Was it good? Like, because I feel like good DMs, which I think you have this skill, is like they're really good at improving, like in the moment. That's where I know I would not be good because I panic. I am like a deer in headlights kind of person. So if like something comes up that I'm not expecting, I'm like, I like blank. It's like
you'd be like, give me 10 minutes, guys. Break.
I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, because I think improvers and things like that they make the best DMs because they can just go with it and like make it some crazy adventure.
Seduce the troll. Go for it. Why don't you try?
Just have at it. Have fun. Yeah.
My sister, we were doing a Lord of the Rings one shot, and my sister was like, I want to lasso the troll and ride it around Isengard. It's like, okay. Here we go. She also pickpocketed Bilbo Baggins and took everything but the ring. She left the ring and took the buttons.
She's not a very fair person, but she is ethical. Eva says, I don't want to play D&D on a live stream, but I'm down for a virtual meetup game as someone who has only ever watched games and never played. Jot that down in case it's handy. Yeah, I much prefer to play live, but sadly I'm from a tiny Norwegian town, so I think online is the only shot I'll ever have at playing D&D. But yeah, I think we're going to go into the next sprint because I got to wrap up this edit letter. And yeah, we're going to do 25 minutes again for the third sprint of the day. I think we have one more sprint left after that, so we'll do 2 more sprints if people are vibing with it. And then we'll wrap up. So here we go. 25 minutes starting now. did y'all do for that sprint?
I chatted with a friend trying to make plans on publishing stuff. So
Sounds exciting.
yeah. Um
Love getting paid.
wouldn't we all?
I have a 9 to 5, so I can't relate to this.
I haven't had one in over a year now.
You worked at Barnes and Noble.
Part time.
Still a 9 to 5.
No.
Or 3 to 5, or 10
Yeah.
to 4, or whatever. But it's still a job.
Yeah.
Is Becca?
I did some beta reading, so that's exciting. Yeah, I've just been trying to read about 50 pages a day, and then hopefully I will be done by tomorrow. But that's part of my new routine. I mean, it's only be this week because I'll be finished this week, but I needed to add that in there because otherwise I, wouldn't get it done. So,
What are you beta reading? Can we ask?
it's Emily Bourne's new book under, Millie Rose and stuff. So yeah, it's very she's so good at the YA rom-com kind of Shy
That's
Girl.
where the money is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, her book, Shy Girls Can't Date Celebrities, is going crazy right now. Like it's a bestseller and it's been on the top #1 in her category for the last 2 weeks. Killing
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
Killing it. We support women in STEM.
It's the TikToks.
Ugh, don't say that, Becca.
It is. It is.
Instead, I have to do TikTok at some point.
Well, what's funny is that I don't go on TikTok for enjoyment or whatever. Like I don't.
It's just a business platform.
Yeah, I just post for my books. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. I don't scroll. I don't do anything. So it's not like it's a platform where you can. Because I know a lot of people are worried. Oh, I'll get addicted. I'll start. But you don't. If you're using it for your books, you're just never. There's nothing that's gonna make you want to scroll.
That's fair. I finished the edit letter, and then now I'm answering some questions that she had. So I had 1,500 words of just word vomit from me, and then I'm answering 6 questions he had. And then I print screened a lot of the funny placeholders that she did, and it was like a little gallery of them. So
Yay.
it's gonna be an extensive letter, but
Now, is this for the first half, or did you guys finish a full draft?
this is for the first half. Well, I don't think it's her first half because it was only 17,000 words. So,
Okay.
but I sent her the first of my half. So, up onto and including the main point was my thing, and I think I have Act 1 of hers.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so that's so crazy. I've never done that before. Like sent somebody just for the first chunk, or I'm always too.
I mean, we were gonna send each other the entire thing, but here we are, Becca. What are you gonna do about it?
So you didn't want to just wait. You guys just figured you'd do it earlier to maybe.
Yeah, just because I don't know. It just felt arbitrary to wait. Why not just send the first half, and then we'll send the second half when that's done? Because otherwise, you just end up like Kate and Jessica, postponing the deadline indefinitely.
Aww.
And we didn't want to do that, so just just send whatever we have by this date.
Oh, that's another one that I'm beta reading is Closet Full of Cauldrons, the Kate's book. It's really good so far. So, although it's I'm probably not that much help because all my comments are like, "Oh my god,
love this!
It's just so funny. I cracked up."
Yeah, that's one thing about being a writer. It's so fun. It's just all my friends are so talented, and I get to read their book. It's just the best.
It's so true. Oh well, yeah, I don't know if I'm a good beta reader or not, but I will gush because.
I mean, you also need that.
You do, and honestly, if something flags me, I will say it. Like, so it's not like I'm just trying to, only give, good comments, but I just, because I used to, like, with screenplays, like in my 20s, right? You never, ever, ever, ever put compliments. It was literally just what needs to be fixed. And so
Oh.
that's just the mentality that I've always had with beta reading, is like, oh, okay, they're asking me to read this, so I can tell them, like, this works, this doesn't really work, that kind of thing, which is great. But then when I started giving out my books, once I sort of was in the AuthorTube community and getting feedback, I noticed that people would give both. They'd be like, oh my God, and laugh and whatever. And I found that I enjoyed that. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so nice. And I was like, oh, shoot, man, they must hate my beta because I never say anything. I'm always all like, this should probably be tweaked. Da, 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 la, 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 la. And I'm all like, I was like, I mean, it's not negative, but I mean, it's constructive, exactly. So I've definitely changed in my beta reading process. I gush now as much as I bring things up,
which I think is important. I thought I used to be like, oh, just give me the constructive thing. Like, if you gush, I won't believe it. I thought I was that kind of reader, but this exchange with Grape has taught me a thing or two about myself, and I now know that I actually need compliments.
Yeah,
I
it's
need
nice.
I need just the good stuff too, and then of course the critical stuff, because I'm here to
Yeah,
improve.
of course.
But if it's all critical, I'm just like, so you didn't like anything?
Right.
What's wrong with me?
And that's the
Am
thing,
I
is
the
that it's like,
problem?
well, crap. But that was what, like, it's just, that's how everybody was that I would exchange scripts with. So it wasn't, I never was offended, and they were never offended. It was just like, oh, perfect, thank you, da 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 da, I can fix this. But it's like, I think books are a whole different thing, because that's the thing, is if you want to know if something does work, and having something like this was fantastic, like one of Kate's endings of one of her chapters, I was like, oh my God, this is one of the best endings of a chapter ever, but and I wouldn't have said that before. I just would have felt it, and I would have read it, and I would have like, oh, this is amazing.
Going about your day.
Yeah, but it's almost like when someone texts you and you respond mentally, but you didn't actually respond to the text. And then later you're like, oh, I can't believe I didn't respond. They must have thought that. It's like
Guilty.
that. So, yeah, so I feel like now I need to actually, when I feel something, good or bad, write it down in the comments.
Yeah, it helps with
Yours
imposter
says
syndrome for sure when there are
compliment
compliments in there.
critiques, DM for pricing. Yeah. I
Absolutely.
do. I think I adhere to the compliment sandwich. Just give me a compliment and give me all the critical threat, and then give me the compliment.
Yeah.
That way we start on a good and end on a good, and then there's a little bit of meat in the middle.
I guess I got like, I definitely agree now, but like in the past, the compliments sandwich always felt fake. Like, oh, like when they're like, they start right away going, oh, you did such a great job with the blah blah blah, and they're like whatever, and you're like, okay, just get to it. Like, like you can feel it from the person that they're just saying the compliment because they're really trying to get to what, I don't know. Like, and maybe that's just, I just, but in a beta reading sense, when they're writing comments, I believe it then. But like, if they're telling me, I don't know. Don't you? Am I crazy? Like, it just feels.
I mean, the first thing, it has to be a truth. You can't just lie about a compliment and then be all
Yeah.
critical, and then like, it has to be genuine.
I guess it's hard for me to hear it physically, like from a person. Like, it's easier for me to take compliments when they're writing them as they're reading, as opposed.
People probably go to therapy for that, Becca. I don't know.
Well, I've been going to therapy for 12 years now, so maybe this will be my next topic.
We're going to soon dive into a new last sprint of the day. Let's check in on the peeps. This is probably the best novel I've read that wasn't already published. Holy heck, the pacing, character build, plot, setting, and voice could improve, but literally love the story so much. XO.
That's awesome.
There you go. That's a compliment from Eva. DM for pricing. Let's see, just pause this. My brain won't believe a compliment from someone who can't critique me. I forget which trauma diagnosis that is, but compliments are fun, but I assume ulterior motives how to get them. I get suspicious if it's all compliments. If there's nothing critical, then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, you didn't really do this job.
Or they're generic compliments. That always triggers me too. Like, like if there's specific compliments, like I'm more able to take that in. But if it sort of like feels general, like, oh, your writing style, I loved how it's like, I don't know. You need to be specific or I'm not gonna believe you.
We're gonna dive into the last sprint of the day. Time to get your last tasks in or whatever. 25 That was the last sprint of the evening. Or of this evening, at least. You are free to do whatever you want, esteemed judges, members of the jury, and viewers. How did you do, Madam Laura?
Well, I finished watching a video on how to do Kickstarters. I found an amazing company that does what are they called? Special edition covers.
Oh,
Oh, gorgeous. So it's like if I did a Kickstarter, this would be super cool. So yeah. I did research that way, I guess. Yeah.
I'm just curious on the video, do they say how to reach people? That seems to be the biggest issue for Kickstarter, right?
She said that she did TikTok and Instagram Reels. TikTok was the most successful. She knows some people that did Facebook ads and stuff, and that worked for them. She spent $20 on Facebook ads, only got 2 newsletter signups. So,
gotcha. So
yes, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
TikTok for the win again. Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious because I've always been sort of tempted, but I also don't know what project I would do for a Kickstarter. You know what I mean? I don't know. But have you figured out which one you want to do for your Kickstarter?
Yeah. So it's a erotic romance that I'm halfway done through writing that I'm posting on Ream.
Oh, that's the one that you were doing okay, gotcha.
So once I get Ream followers, I can direct them to
What is Ream?
It's kind of like Vella, but for...
What is Vella?
It's a serialization thing, so you post chapter by chapter.
Okay.
And so Ream is a little bit like Patreon, where you can select what tier level you want. And so some people have a low tier where you can read the first drafts. Some people have a higher tier where you can read like the final drafts.
Dang.
Yeah.
Truly, there's a whole world out there that I know nothing about.
I just did beta reading, but I only have like a couple pages left before my daily quota, and then I'm off to the audiobook booth.
Yay!
A woman of many talents.
It was a whole thing yesterday, like because I had caused whoa. That gave us sound effects.
There were sound effects?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It was like I was like, wow, this is like
a radio play, which I love.
Right? Yeah, I had a corner in my bedroom that I thought would be fine because I have the little like room divider behind me with foam and like foam in front of me. But unfortunately, I could hear everything outside. I have a quiet neighborhood, but it's just like you hear the buzzing of the cars, you hear the stuff that you wouldn't think about until you put on the headphones and you can hear. So I had to rethink my whole strategy. I was like, I didn't want to put it in my closet because the last time I had it in my closet, it's just hard to get to the clothes and things like that. But I was like, I got to put it in the closet.
That's what it takes to get the job done. She wants some money.
Yep. So I put it in the closet and of course it worked perfectly. So
dang it.
Except I was like, what is this rushing sound? And I was like, is that my refrigerator? Like it's somewhere in the middle. And then I went out and my refrigerator doesn't make noise. So I went outside in my hallway and I realized that my closet shares a wall with my neighbor's shower.
Oh.
So definitely cannot record when they're taking a shower.
Oh no.
But that seems to be the only noise that has, penetrated through the microphone. So I can live with that. They don't take long showers.
Still annoying that you have to live with it, though.
I know, because I was like, what is that? And I was just like, and then I went out, I literally went on the wall and I just went up to the wall and it was just like, whoosh, it was just water. And I'm like, okay.
I guess it is what it is.
It's the DIY.
And I finished the edit letter and I sent it away into the night. So
Yay.
whenever she sees it, I wrote my words for the day and now I have returned to knitting.
Yay.
I am so close to finishing this job.
Oh my gosh. Woo.
And then I only have to steam it and then it is done.
Oh,
Nice.
that's so cool.
Are these for you?
This is for me, yes. I don't need for others. You.
Too much work.
And then I've already bought yarn for my next projects. That's fun.
Ooh.
Socks?
Yeah, can you say?
No, I'm gonna make. It's called a Sophie scarf. It's kind of very trendy in Scandinavia at the time.
Okay.
So,
I love
and the
it.
time being now. So I'm gonna make that for myself. Let's see what our people did. Hi friends, this wall is last. Bye friends.
I
We've been at
know.
it for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So JP has over 200 following in his Kickstarter that isn't launched yet. He had big readership on Vela.
Okay.
Cheshire Pope on Twitch. JP sounds like Rindflesh the Ninth is his author name. Mandrake Manor is his title I've read. Cozy Queer is his genre. Bella is gone now. Amazon had it in America only, and now it's gone. Okay. My stream didn't show up until now. What the heck? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's already the end. I'm so sorry, Keiko. But yeah, we are tittering and straddling the end of the stream. Phoebe says, "Oh my god, you put words on the page. These are sentences. All these letters exist in the English language. Generic compliment free of charge. You are such a gift giver, Phoebe." TBH, some days I really do want a gold star just for putting words on the page. If that ain't the truth.
I know. That's so true.
Yeah, if that ain't the truth. Thanks for the straddle. Have a good one. You're welcome. Tomorrow is a Trouble Wednesday. I think it'll just be me and Wallace. Need to make that stream, so I'm going to do that as soon as I hang up this call. And the theme is going to be mouthpiecing. You're going to get red. So be there or be square, I guess. And nobody wants to be a square. You ain't SpongeBob. Any parting words, ladies?
Have a great day. Or night,
That
I guess.
works.
Be good or be good at it.
Or be bad. Why not?